Hello and welcome to Tuesday's programme. I'm Kylie Pentelow.
And I'm John T. Messer. Coming up tonight between now and 6:30.
Good evening. A Plymouth doctor who gave up being a partner in a practice because of the stress of the job has told ITV News she fears for the future of GP surgeries in the city.
Plymouth is currently chronically short of GPs, with cover being provided on a temporary basis for more than 30,000 patients. Dr. Charlotte Faraday says the whole system across the city is in meltdown. Jackie Bird reports.
Well, the government is aware of the situation and says it's trying to do something about it.
Let's speak to David Wood in Westminster. David, Boris Johnson has said today, calling for more money to be put into the NHS. What's the government's actual stance on this?
So that's what Johnny Mercer had to say, David, but what have Labour had to say about this?
Well, Labour would...
Well, let's move on to other news now. And Cornwall Council may take the controversial step of investing public money to kick-start the building of a sports stadium.
Tens of thousands of young women in the southwest are missing out on their cervical cancer screenings. A third of...
A 92-year-old war veteran from Plymouth is calling for RAF bomber boys to be given medals for their service during World War II.
Ivor Foster was a gunner with Bomber Command who risked his life in his fight against the Nazis, but the Aircrew Europe Star medal was discontinued in June 1944. Claire Manning has been to meet him at his home in Plymstock.
Now, work has started to protect Helston from future flooding. The St John's area of the town has been plagued by flooding for around 100 years. And you're watching ITV News here in the West Country with John T and Kylie. Thanks for joining us. Plenty more still to come on tonight's programme before 6:30, including...
And the ITV News continues with the national and the international stories at 6:30. Mary Nightingale has the details.
We'll have more on that Oscar nomination in a moment, but first, Royal Marines in Taunton took some time out today to help with planting 3,000 daffodil bulbs at a new nursery school.
It's a project by the charity Go Commando, aimed at meeting the demand from both military and civilian families. Ben McGrail reports.
For them. Now, an Exeter charity says it's being given so much unwanted food by shops and supermarkets, it can't give it all away despite rising numbers of people needing help.
Exeter Food Action says it's now receiving more than 30 tonnes a year of discarded produce. It says while donations are welcome, it's also shocked at the amount of food waste. Richard Lawrence has this report.
Next tonight, January can be a tough month financially, but there's one way you could be saving money by switching your energy supplier.
Figures released as part of Big Energy Saving Week have revealed that families could save up to £300 a year. That's exactly what one family from Truro have done, as Chloe Keeley reports. Now let's talk movies, because a 6-year-old girl from Plymouth is the star of a film that has been nominated for an Oscar. Maisie.
Such a fantastic reaction. Oh gosh, there'll be more on that on the national news too. We're staying with a bit of glitz and glamour because the National Television Awards take place tonight, one of the biggest nights for the industry. And
the third series of Broadchurch, which was shot in various locations right around our region, including Dorset, is up for an award. Kevin Ashford has all the gossip ahead of the show tonight on ITV.
Well, that's all coming up tonight on ITV at 8. Now, just time to tell you about a popular story on our social media today. It's this one. Now, Bob's here, and it's been very mild today, hasn't it, Bob?
Very mild, but actually there's something not...
OK, Bob, thanks very much indeed. And before we go, let's give you a reminder of the main headlines here in the West Country this evening. There are...
All from us this evening. I'll be back with the late news. That's at 10:30.
Now we'll hand you to Mary Nightingale as the ITV News continues. From all of us here, have a lovely evening. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.